Now, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I'm here to talk about and review Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. This is a 2003 film that was directed by Gore Verbinski. And if you really think about it, this script is based on the Disney theme park ride of the same name. These writers were asked or told, hey, write a script based on that Disney park and go have at it. And somehow they came up with this. The plot is, you see Elizabeth Swann, played by Keira Knightley, when she was a little girl. Her father and the crew on their ship, they found this little boy, Will Turner, out in the water. And little did they know, she found out that he was a pirate. So they take him in, they sort of raise him, although he's more of the servants. She's rich and wealthy. She, of course, falls in love with him over time. But then this group of pirates come in and kidnap her. So her father and her future potential fiance are desperate to look for her. Will Turner, though, he makes a deal with Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. The two of them go off to go find Keira Knightley and figure out what these pirates want with her. But Jack Sparrow has his own agendas as well. Now, what I think of Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl is, I enjoyed this movie. I do. Just rewatching it now, I'm sitting here and I feel like because of the sequels, especially the later sequels, this franchise has a little bit of a bad name on it, a little stink on it, and people in general probably overall criticize this franchise and criticize a character like Jack Sparrow. But I would say, even me included, forget how good this first movie is. Just how straightforward this plot is. These characters' motivations are. You understand where everyone is coming from, like Elizabeth Swann. Keira Knightley, I really like in this movie. Not only is she pretty, but anytime you get somebody who's supposed to be in a royal family, supposed to be that type of uptight and full of themselves, but they're not. At their core, they're a good person. And she falls in love with Will Turner, even though he's a pirate, even though he's one of the servants of their house. She just has this attraction for him, and she doesn't hide that. She's not afraid to show that. And I like the relationship. Orlando Bloom as Will Turner, he's really good here. And I'm not sure just how famous he was at this point. I don't know what else he had been in before this, but I know these movies especially kind of put him on the map and made him that heartthrob that every girl likes. But I do like him as an actor, and I do like the scenes with him, especially when he meets Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp, I'm going to talk about just almost overall with this franchise. Jack Sparrow as a character, he was Disney-fied as far as them shoving him everywhere, marketing him, and just making him this big, new, iconic figure. That's at least he was everywhere, it felt like. And I think eventually over time with the sequels, he became a parody of himself and just overly goofy, and you could never take the character seriously. Where in this film, this first film, I really like the way Johnny Depp plays it. He's a lot more subdued than I've ever remember seeing this character. Sure, he has his goofy moments, his funny moments, and I think that's some of the small humorous moments in this movie is what makes it a Disney film or a kid's film. But overall, it's still a dark story. There's some dark things that go on, people getting shot and just dead, and a lot of dark images. But the Johnny Depp character, Jack Sparrow, he is completely out for himself, and he's willing to do some heinous things, some messed up things, because he's selfish, because he only cares about himself, because he doesn't care about anyone else. He's willing to strike deals with anyone if it suits him, and at the end of the day, he shouldn't be a likable character. He's only a likable character because of how Depp plays him. But sure, he's a big part of the story. He's a big part of how these characters get to where they have to go. But This is Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann's story. There's no doubt about that. They're the main protagonists. They're the key central parts of this plot. And I think that's where the magic was. That's why you cared about these characters. That's why you cared about this plot, is because it's the two of them, not necessarily Johnny Depp. The main villain, Captain Barbossa, played by Jeffrey Rush, who is a suitable villain. I like him as the villain. He has his moments of being creepy and scary and unpredictable, and you don't know what he's going to do next. But not just that. What makes him not your typical paint-by-numbers pirate villain is that you find out that his crew, because of this Black Pearl ship and because of what has happened in their past with Jack Sparrow and this gold, they have a curse put on them. And you see the reveal of when it's a full moon and the whole crew are skeletons, and they're not necessarily dead, but they can't die either. It's this weird curse that's very creepy, and again with the creepy images, Keira Knightley's reaction to seeing the whole crew essentially dead is a nice reveal. Jonathan Pryce as Elizabeth Swann's father, and at least he's not the father who is dictating to her who she's going to marry. Sure, she's almost not against her will, but she's courted to marry this British guy, and she's not really in love with him. Kevin McNally is a pirate that Johnny Depp knows, and he's a character actor that I see in a lot of different things. You should have seen my surprise watching this movie and seeing Zoe Saldana pop up. I'm like, I completely forgot she was in this movie, and she has a pretty decent sized part too, where she had this past with Johnny Depp and she hates him, he stole her ship, and she's just a part of the crew. She's one of the only women, besides Keira Knightley, who's a big part of this battle at the end. Speaking of battles, there's a couple of sword fights that I really enjoy, like seeing Orlando Bloom, Johnny Depp first go at it, and just the choreography that had to go into that. It's almost like a dance, and seeing them pop up on certain objects and certain heights and go up to the ceiling and just continuously fighting. The ship's battle at the end, I really enjoy. Some great practical effects. This film, I think story-wise, acting-wise, character-wise, just the fun aspects of it, this is a really good movie. I enjoy the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now let me rewatch the sequels and see if I still feel that way about this franchise. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the first Pirates of the Caribbean? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or did you not like the series from the beginning? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!